Hello, friends. We have a short message from this week's sponsor. What's a game where no one wins? The waiting game. When it comes to hiring, don't wait for great talent to find you. Find them fast with Indeed. When you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. With Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US. One of the things we love about Indeed is that it makes hiring all in one place so easy, because Indeed's hiring platform matches you with quality candidates instantly. Even better, Indeed's the only job site where you only pay for applications that meet your must-have requirements. Indeed is an unbelievably powerful hiring platform, delivering 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest 2019. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/sleeptight. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/sleeptight. Indeed.com/sleeptight. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. I'd like to say hello to Caden. Hello to Aliyah and Zafran from Malaysia. Hello to Eliza, who is 5, from Sydney, Australia. And hello to Emerson, John, Sweet Sloan, and Lillian. Happy belated birthday to Indy from Gold Coast, Australia, who turned 9 on July 7th. Your sister Frankie thinks you are the best and hopes you have a good sleep. Happy belated birthday to Sam, who turned 7 on July 8th. Happy belated birthday to Finn from Dover, New Hampshire, who turned 12 on July 9th. From Mom, Dad, Mary, and the naughty dogs. Happy birthday to Alba, who is turning 7 on July 11th. Happy birthday to Elijah from England, who is turning 6 on July 11th. Happy birthday to Aliyah from Melbourne, Australia, who turns 8 on July 12th. Happy birthday to Orlando from Jindabyne, Australia, who is turning 9 on July 12th. Have fun skiing from Mom, Dad, Leo, and Scout. Happy birthday to Joshi, who is turning 8 on July 12th. Love Mom, Big Josh, Isla, and Avi, who said, "We sure do love ya, kid." Happy birthday to Lincoln in Folsom, California, who is turning 4 on July 14th. From Mom, Dad, and Brother Lucas. They love you. Happy birthday to Evie, who is turning 6 on July 14th. Happy birthday to Alice from Austin, Texas, who is turning 6 on July 14th. Happy birthday to Micah in Winnipeg, who is turning 4 on July 15th. Happy birthday to Sonomika, who is turning 8 on July 16th. And happy birthday to Maggie from Squamish, BC, who is turning 7 on July 17th. Happy birthday to you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Shoutouts and birthday wishes are one way we give thanks to our supporters. If you would like to support us and receive more bedtime entertainment like this, all ad-free, please visit our support page at sleeptightstories.org/support. Thank you. Slicko made it through the night and has gone to look for nuts when she meets Mappo. They talk for a while when Mappo says he ran away from the circus. Slicko does not know what a circus is, so Mappo gets her to follow him so that he can show her. When they arrive, Slicko hears music and boys and men yelling about ice cream and lemonade. Mappo points out some of the different things to see, and when Slicko sees a large animal with 2 tails, Mappo just laughs. Slicko the Jumping Squirrel, Chapter 5. Mappo, asked Slicko, as she sat under the shade of a tree near the road and looked across at the tents in the vacant lot. Is that what you call a circus, Mappo? That is a circus, little Slicko, answered the monkey kindly. Slicko saw the white tents. She heard the bands playing music. She heard men and boys calling out strange words, such as ice cream cones, pink lemonade, and peanuts. The last word was the only one Slicko knew, for she had heard that before. Once a squirrel who had lived in a city park came to visit Slicko's mama and papa. And this city squirrel told how the children used to go to the park and feed the squirrels peanuts. So Slicko knew what peanuts were when she heard the circus boys and men shouting about them. So that is a circus, is it? Asked little Slicko as she looked at the big white tents, all adorned with colored flags fluttering in the wind, and heard the nice music. Yes, answered Mappo, that is a circus. And you ran away from it? You ran away from a nice place like that? Asked Slicko in surprise. Oh, well, I got tired of being in a cage all the time, said Mappo, the merry monkey. I am going back again soon, I guess, as it is no fun to have to hunt for things to eat all the time. In the circus, though I did have to stay in a cage, I got all I wanted to eat without any trouble. Yes, I think I shall run back again soon. I should think if you had run away, they would come after you to find you, said Slicko. They did come once, said Mappo with a laugh. Once, when I was in the woods talking to Squinty, some circus men came after me to catch me, but I ran away. They haven't caught me yet. And he laughed and chattered, showing his many white teeth. For a little while, Slicko and Mappo sat in the woods looking at the circus. And then, all of a sudden, the little girl squirrel cried out, "Oh, Mappo, what are those funny animals as big as houses with 2 tails? What are they?" "Ha ha ha," laughed Mappo the merry monkey. 2 tails. Ha ha. Well, they do have 2 tails, said Slicko. What are they? That's just what Squinty wanted to know, said Mappo. He thought they had 2 tails also. Ha ha. Well, don't they? Asked Slicko, frisking her big tail. No, answered Mappo. Those are elephants, and they have only 1 tail. The short thing is their tail, and the long thing in front of them hanging down is their nose. Their nose? Cried Slicko. What a funny nose! It is called a trunk, explained Mappo, but it is really the elephant's nose. He breathes through it, but he can also use it like a hand. He picks up what he wants to eat in it, and it is hollow, like the hose which they use to fill the circus tubs, so we animals can drink. Through his hollow trunk, the elephant sucks up water, squirting it down his throat when he is thirsty. "What a funny animal an elephant is," exclaimed Slicko. "And how big! Especially that first one, with the two big white things sticking out of his mouth. What are those?" "Those are his teeth, or tusks," explained Mappo. "But you need not be afraid of that big elephant." "Why not?" asked Slicko. "Because he is the kindest and most jolly elephant in the whole circus," went on Mappo the monkey. "His name is Tum Tum, and if you were to meet him, you would like him very much." "Did Squinty meet Tum Tum?" asked Slicko. "No, Squinty did not have a chance," said Mappo, "but he saw him. If I can, I'll call Tum Tum over here to see you. I'm sure you'd like him, and he'd give you a ride on his back." "Oh, I'd be afraid to do that," exclaimed Slicko. "Ah, he wouldn't hurt a fly," laughed Mappo. "Lots of the children who come to the circus ride on Tum Tum's back. He is very kind to them, and he would be kind to you. Only, if you should see him, be sure to tell him you are not a rat or a mouse." "Of course I'm not a rat or a mouse," said Slicko. "Why would I tell Tum Tum the elephant that I am not, when he can see for himself if he has any eyes?" "Well, you do look a little like a great rat," said Mappo. "Not that it's any harm, Slicko. But you see, Tum Tum and other elephants are very much afraid of rats and mice. I don't know why, unless they are afraid the little creatures will run up inside their trunks and make them sneeze. But anyhow, you're not a rat or a mouse, and if you see Tum Tum, be sure to tell him that. First thing." "I will," promised Slicko, "but maybe I won't see Tum Tum to speak to." "Oh, you might," answered Mappo. "You can never tell." Just then the merry little monkey gave a jump and cried out, "Ah, here come some circus men over this way. I think they are going to look for me again. I don't want to be caught just yet and to be put back in my cage, so I'm going to run off and hide in the woods again. Goodbye, Slicko. I am glad to meet you." "Goodbye, Mappo," cried the little girl squirrel. "I am glad I met you, and I'm sorry you are going to run away again, but I won't tell them where you are. I guess I'll hide too." So Mappo the merry monkey ran off through the woods one way, and Slicko ran the other, and they did not see each other again for some time. Slicko ran on through the woods, jumping from tree to tree as she had been taught. She was all alone again, and she was feeling rather lonesome without Mappo, or for some of her squirrel friends. Slicko made her way back to the nest where her aunt had lived. She rather hoped Mrs. Whitey might be back there waiting for her, but the nest in the tall tree was still empty. There was no sign of the nice older lady squirrel. "Well, I guess I had better gather some nuts and hide them away," thought Slicko. "I may have to stay in this nest a month or more until Papa and Mama make a new home for me and my sisters and brothers." So Slicko scrambled down to the ground again and began to gather nuts and acorns. These she carried up to the nest, hiding them away under the leaves. Some she put in a hollow stump on the ground, not far away from the tree where the nest was. When Slicko had done this, she sat down on her tail, curling it up at her back like a feather to take a rest, for she was rather tired. "My," she thought as she sat there, What a lot of things have happened to me since I had to leave my home. An owl tried to catch me. I have seen a circus. I met a monkey, and I have seen a creature with 2 tails called an elephant. At least an elephant looks as though it had 2 tails, no matter what Mappo says, went on Slicko. I wonder if I shall ever meet Tum Tum and tell him I am not a rat or a mouse. What a funny thing it would be if I did. Slicko sat on the edge of the nest for some time, and then she began to feel hungry. I wish I had some of those peanuts I heard them talking about in the circus, said Slicko in a whisper. I know they must be good from what that city park squirrel said. And I wonder what pink lemonade and ice cream cones are. I don't believe they are good to eat. You can see that Slicko had many things to learn, things that you know already, such as that ice cream cones are good to eat. But if Slicko did not know that, she knew other things that you children do not, such as where to find nuts and how to gnaw through the shells and get the meat without using a nutcracker. All of a sudden, as Slicko was running toward the spring of water to get a drink after her dinner, she heard a crashing sound in the bushes. I wonder if that is Mappo coming back, thought Slicko. She looked through the trees and saw something almost as large as a house and dark in color pushing through the bushes. Why, it's an elephant! It's Tum Tum! Exclaimed Slicko, as she saw the big creature with his trunk on one end and his tail on the other, and 2 big, long white teeth sticking out of his mouth. Yes, that surely is Tum Tum. Slicko spoke the last words out loud. Who is calling to me? Asked the circus elephant in his deep, rumbling voice. Who is calling me? I spoke your name, Tum Tum, said Slicko. Here I am, by this old stump. Tum Tum, the jolly elephant, looked at the little squirrel. And then he began to shiver and shake as hard as he could. He shook so hard that he shook a lot of pine cones down off a pine tree up against which he was leaning. Oh my, oh dear, this is terrible, cried Tum Tum in his big, deep, rumbling voice. Oh dear. And that is the end of this chapter. Good night. Sleep tight.